Josh Kincaid hadn't particularly enjoyed his brief period of pseudo-fame as a minor social media celebrity, so when it all came crashing down around him, he wasn't bothered by the loss. What did bother him was a single, confusing comment he saw right before he deleted his account. He's married to the Fischer racing heiress, you know. That bothered him a lot. Because he wasn't married. He had been, for 2 short weeks 3 years ago, before her father demanded an annulment and she agreed that their brief, fiery love affair wasn't as real as Josh had thought. It ended as quickly as it began. And then he set about constructing a new life for himself, one that was all about cars and hard work and definitely no women. He moved back to his hometown of Pine Harbor. He bought a garage and spent time with his family, watched his brothers fall in love and get married. He filled all the empty bits of his day by creating content. He shoved the busy work of recording video into any free moments around his work in the garage, and his hard early morning runs, and his far too aggressive training schedule for his beer league soccer teams. Making content about car restoration was how he avoided having to think about just how one-note and lonely his life post-Monica had become. He was busy, he told himself. You had a wife for 2 weeks and you ran away from her. Well, he hadn't run. He'd accepted her regret as palpable and real, and then put as much distance between them as he needed to take his next breath. So, of course, it was another woman who had been the linchpin of his most recent humiliation. No, not the woman. His visible interest in Winona Wheels, aka Sexy Car Girl, spelled GRRL, that had been the linchpin. Joke was on her jealous boyfriend because Josh hadn't been that interested. It just appeared that way to people on the internet who latched onto the supposed chemistry and shipped them. It didn't take long before a #ReboundJosh hashtag was trending. Utter disaster. And it was absurd. He wasn't going to be anyone's rebound anything. He hadn't even rebounded himself, and it had been almost 3 years. He was hardly qualified to be a bouncy landing pad for a stranger's broken heart. Also, she lived on the other side of the continent, and if there was one place Josh Kincaid would never go again in his life, it was sunny California.